Sickle cell disease is a term that's used for a group of red blood cell disorders. And this is an inherited disorder, meaning that you get it from your parents. So if one or both of your parents have sickle cell disease, you have a higher chance of also having it yourself. Now, sickle cell disease occurs when your body produces these sickle-shaped red blood cells. This occurs because of one singular mutation in the gene that codes for hemoglobin. And that causes the hemoglobin to go from looking like this, which is what it normally looks like, to this. Now, hemoglobin is extremely important because that is what holds the oxygen in our cells so that it can go delivered to the rest of our body. As you can clearly tell, there's a difference between how these two cells look. Now, the normal red blood cell is round in shape and it's flexible, and this allows it to easily travel between our blood vessels and deliver blood to the rest of our body. Now, the sickle cell is the complete opposite of the normal red blood cell. It is hard, it is sticky, so it does not move as easily, and it can clog our blood vessels, which is not a good thing because that can cause a lot of pain and a lot of other health issues. And additionally, the sickle cell dies a lot quicker than our normal red blood cells, so this can result in our blood just having a lot less oxygen in it, meaning you become anemic, and these cause a whole other range of problems with you being constantly tired, and unfortunately it also does reduce one's life expectancy. Now, there's a lot of different types of sickle cell disease, and the severity can vary depending on exactly what you inherited from your parents. So you could have it mild and someone else could have it much more severe than you. Sickle cell disease does affect about 20 million people worldwide, and it's more prevalent in Africa, South Asia, as well as South America. Another interesting thing they've noticed is that in the countries where sickle cell is very prevalent, there's also high cases of malaria. So what they've kind of found out is that if you have sickle cell disease, then you're actually protected from malaria. So they think that sickle cell actually evolved out of a necessity for protection against malaria. If you do have sickle cell, don't worry, it's not a death sentence. You can definitely take medications and make lifestyle changes in order to manage your symptoms. Until quite recently, the only form of treatment was a bone marrow transplant. And these are not easy to do because you have to find a donor that is a very close match, and even if you do, the procedure itself is very risky and can have a lot of serious side effects, including death. The FDA recently approved 2 gene therapies to treat sickle cell disease, and I already made a video about that, so you can go check that out. And I'll make another one talking about how exactly those therapies are going to work, including the one that uses CRISPR.